Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in our today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, we have started reading with our chapter number 7 from the book Beehive. The name of the chapter is Packing, okay? And in this very humorous story, we are reading one incident of packing where the narrator Jerome, he is there with two of his friends, that are George and Harris, okay? And in the previous video we have read that both George and Harris, they are doing so many silly mistakes, okay, while packing the hampers, okay, and the narrator, he is not saying anything, he is just sitting there and he is enjoying the entire scene, okay. So we will continue the chapter in today's video and we will complete reading the chapter in this video, okay. So let's begin, let's continue the chapter. I will take my oath, I put it down on that chair, said George, staring at the empty seat, okay. So in the previous video, at the end, we have read that George and Harris, they were trying to pack the butter, or we can say the brick of the butter, okay, and George, he put the butter on the chair and Harris, he just sat on that chair, and now the butter, it stuck on Harris, okay, and both George and Harris, they are looking for the butter, okay, in the entire room, and they are having no idea, they are totally clueless that where the butter is, okay. So now George is saying that I am taking my oath that I actually put the butter on that chair, okay, and now he was staring at the empty seat, okay. So yes, he is correct, he actually put the butter on the chair, but now the chair is empty because Harris, he sat on the chair and now the brick of the butter, it stuck on Harris, okay. I saw you do it myself not a minute ago, said Harris, okay. So Harris, he is also very much agree with George and he is saying that yes, you are correct, you actually put that butter on that chair and I saw myself, okay, when you were putting the butter on the chair, so I saw you, okay, not a minute ago only, right. Then they started round the room again looking for it, and then they met again in the center and stared at one another, okay. So now both the boys, George and Harris, they one more time they started round the room, okay, and one more time they started looking for the butter. Now they one more time started finding the butter, right, and then they met again in the center of the room, okay, and then they stared at one another, okay. So they were trying so hard to find the butter, but both the boys, they are totally clueless that where the butter is, okay. So they are looking, okay, again and again, they are moving round and round the room, okay, but still they are unable to find the butter, okay. Most extraordinary thing I ever heard of, said George, okay. So now George and Harris, they are so surprised that where the butter is, because George is very much sure that he put the butter on that chair, okay, and Harris, he is also very much sure that yes, George, he put the butter on the chair, but where the butter is, okay. So now both George and Harris, they are so surprised, they are so astonished, okay. So now George is saying that this is the most extraordinary thing that he ever heard of, okay. So mysterious, said Harris. So Harris is also very much agree with this and he is saying that yes, this is very mysterious thing, okay. So what is mysterious? Mysterious means something that is very difficult to explain or understand, okay. So both the boys, George and Harris, they are not having any idea, right, and they are so surprised, they are so astonished, and they are saying that this is something very mysterious, it is something very extraordinary, okay. Then George got round at the back of Harris and saw it, okay, and now finally George, now he was at the back of the Harris, and when he was at the back of Harris, so finally he saw the butter, okay, because the butter, the brick of the butter, it was there on the back of Harris, okay, because when Harris, when he sat down on the chair on which the butter was, okay, so at that time the brick of the butter, it stuck to Harris, okay. So now when George, he was at the back of the Harris, so now he was finally able to see the butter, okay. Why, here it is all the time, he exclaimed indignantly, okay. So when George, when he saw the butter that was there on the back of Harris, so he is saying that and how indignantly. So what is indignantly means? It means with anger, okay. So George, he is so angry, he is so irritated, right, because he was looking for the butter for a very long time and it was there on back of Harris. Harris. Okay, so he is very angry, he is very irritated, and he is saying why that the butter is there all the time. Okay, where, cried Harris, spinning round, but Harris, he is still unable to understand that where the butter is. Okay, so he is asking again that where the butter is, and now he was spinning round. Okay, he was turning round and round again. Okay, because George, he was there at the back of Harris. Okay, and from there he saw that there is butter, but Harris, he is still confused that where the butter is, so he is spinning round, he is moving just round and round. Okay, stand still, can't you, roared George, flying after him. Okay, so now George is very much angry, and now he was roaring because of anger. Okay, and he's saying stand still, can't you just stand still for a second. Okay, so George said, flying after him, flying after Harris. Okay, and they got it off and packed it in the teapot. Okay, so finally वो दोनों क्या करते हैं, उस बटर के ब्रिक को वो वापस ले लेते हैं, and then they packed it in the teapot. Okay, so earlier they tried to pack it in the kettle. Okay, that we have read earlier, but जो brick थी वो kettle के अंदर जा नहीं रही थी, so this time they packed it in the teapot. Okay, Montmorency was in it all, of course. Okay, so now finally the episode of butter, finally वो episode complete हो जाता है, and now the narrator is introducing one more character of the story, and that character is Montmorency. Okay, so who is Montmorency? Montmorency is the pet dog. Okay, so now the narrator is saying that Montmorency was in it all, of course. Okay, so Montmorency, the pet dog, he is also there. Okay, and now he will also contribute in this packing. Okay, Montmorency's ambition in life is to get in the way and be sworn at. Okay, so now first of all the narrator, he is given some introduction about Montmorency. Okay, and he is explaining some qualities of Montmorency. Okay, and he is saying that Montmorency's ambition in life. Okay, so what is ambition? Ambition means desire, or we can say wish. Okay, so he is saying that जो Montmorency pet dog है, okay, so his desire in his life is to get in the way and always be sworn at. Okay, so sworn at means to get scolded. Okay, so he is saying that जो dog है उसको ये काम सबसे ज़्यादा पसंद है, that वो हर किसी के काम के बीच में आता रहे और हर कोई उसको scold करता रहे. This is the ambition, this is the desire of this pet dog. Okay, if he can swim in anywhere where he particularly is not wanted and be a perfect nuisance then and make people mad and have things thrown at his head, then he feels his day has not been wasted. Okay, so again the writer, in a very funny way, in a very humorous way, he is presenting, he is describing this dog. Okay, so the narrator is saying that if he can swim in anywhere. Okay, so what is swim? Swim means to twist the body. Okay, so जिस तरह से जो डॉग होते हैं, the way they walk, okay, जिस तरह से अपनी बॉडी को ट्विस्ट करके वॉक करते हैं, राइट, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ डैट वो किसी भी छोटी सी जगह पे भी वो इजीली एडजस्ट हो जाते हैं बिकॉज दे कैन ट्विस्ट द बॉडी. ओके, सो द नरेटर इज सेइंग दैट जो डॉग है Montmorency, राइट, ये भी हर कहीं जगह अपनी बॉडी को ट्विस्ट करके चला जाता है, एंड पर्टिकुलरली उन जगह पे वेयर ही इज नॉट एट ऑल वांटेड. ओके, एंड बी अ परफेक्ट न्यूसेंस. ओके, एंड आफ्टर reaching that place he just be a perfect nuisance. Okay, nuisance means a person who causes inconvenience. Okay, so after reaching to that place where he is not at all wanted, he just become a perfect inconvenience there. Okay, and then he make people mad because of anger and then have things thrown at his head. Okay, so when other people they are mad with anger because of this pet dog, then they throw some things at his head. Okay, and then he feels that his day has not been wasted. Okay, so अगर उसके साथ finally ऐसा हो जाता है that other people they are so mad because of anger. Okay, they are so mad with anger and they are throwing some things, they are throwing some stuff on his head, then only this pet dog Montmorency, he feels that his day has not been wasted. Okay, so this is the ambition of his life, this is the purpose of his life, right. So अगर वो किसी दिन ऐसा होता है, right, then only the dog feels that उसका जो आज का दिन है वो वेस्ट नहीं हुआ है, उसका जो पर्पस है वो फुलफिल हो गया है, राइट. सो एक्चुअली दिस इज फुल ऑफ फन, फुल ऑफ ह्यूमर. ओके, to get somebody to stumble over him and curse him steadily for an hour is his highest aim and object. Okay, so now writer is saying that what is this pet dog's highest aim, or we can say the highest object. Okay, so aim or object means the purpose. Okay, so the narrator is saying that the biggest purpose, the highest purpose of this pet dog is to get somebody to stumble over him. Okay, कि ये हर किसी के बीच में आ जाए और जो दूसरे पर्सन है वो stumble हो जाए. Okay, and then they will curse him. Okay, steadily for an hour. Okay, और because of that जो वो बाकी के लोग हैं वो इतने mad with anger हो जाएंगे that they will curse this pet dog. Okay, and that too for an hour. Okay, and this is this dog's biggest aim, or we can say the biggest purpose of his life. Okay, and when he has succeeded in accomplishing this, his conceit becomes quite unbearable. Okay, and when this pet dog, when finally he is successful, okay, in accomplishing this task. Okay, what task the narrator is talking about here? The task when the other people, they are so mad with anger that they are throwing some things over his head, or they are cursing this pet dog. Okay, then only his conceit becomes quite unbearable. Okay, so what is conceit? Conceit means a feeling of pride. Okay, so at that time this dog, he feels a feeling of pride in himself. Okay, और वो जो feeling है, it is unbearable. Okay, so this is the biggest, or we can say the highest purpose of his life, the biggest aim of his life. Okay, कि वो because of his activities वो दूसरे लोगों को इतना ज़्यादा angry कर दे, इतना ज़्यादा irritate कर दे कि वो लोग इसको curse करें. Okay, और they will throw some things or some stuff over his head. Okay, then only this dog feels that his day has not been wasted, and then only he is having a feeling of pride. Okay, and that feeling is always unbearable. Okay, he came and sat down on things just when they were wanted to be packed. Okay, so now after giving an introduction, or we can say after giving a perfect description of this dog, okay, now the narrator is moving and he is saying that now this dog Montmorency, he came. Okay, and now he sat down on things, right, just when they were wanted to be packed. Okay, so now George and Harris, they are still packing the hampers. Okay, और सारा सामान वहाँ पे रूम में बिखरा हुआ था. There were so many piles of things. Okay, so now narrator is saying that this dog Montmorency, now he came into the room and now he sat down on things just when they were wanted to be packed. Okay, and he labored under the fixed belief that whenever Harris or George reached out their hand for anything, it was his cold damp nose that they wanted. Okay, so हर किसी सामान के ऊपर बैठ जाता था और बिल्कुल परफेक्ट टाइमिंग होती थी when George and Harris, when they wanted those stuff, those things. Okay, because उनको पैक करना होता था. So उसी टाइम जो ये डॉग है Montmorency, वो उन्हीं सामानों के ऊपर बैठा हुआ होता था. Right, next the narrator is saying that he was doing a lot of efforts. Okay, because he was having this belief in his mind that whenever George and Harris, okay, whenever they reached out their hand for anything. Okay, so whenever George and Harris, they were they were reaching out their hands, okay, to hold something. Okay, then every time ये डॉग क्या करता था, वो वहीं जाकर बैठ जाता था. राइट, बिकॉज उसको ऐसा लगता था that it was his cold damp nose that they wanted, that is wanted by George and Harris. Okay, so जब भी George and Harris अपने हाथ को stretch out करते थे कुछ सामान उठाने के लिए, so every time उनका हाथ किसको टच करता था? The cold and damp nose of this pet dog Montmorency, because Montmorency वहीं बैठा हुआ होता था हर जगह. राइट, and he was actually doing a lot of hard work in this thing, because according to him, whenever George and Harris, they raised out their hand for anything. Right, so this dog believed that it was his cold and damp nose that they wanted. Okay, he put his leg into the jam and he worried the teaspoons. Okay, so now after that this pet dog, he put his leg into the jam. Okay, and then he worried the teaspoons. Okay, worried means disturbed. Okay, so जो teaspoons वहाँ रखी हुई थी, as George and Harris, they were packing so many crockeries. Okay, so जो teaspoons रखी हुई थी, he also disturbed those teaspoons. Okay, and then he pretended that the lemons were rats and got into the hamper and killed 3 of of them before Harris could land him with the frying pan. Okay, and after that this dog Montmorency, he pretended. What is pretend? Pretend means to act. Okay, so he was acting as if the lemons were the rats. Okay, so there were some lemons inside the hampers. Okay, so this pet dog Montmorency, he was pretending, he was acting as if those lemons are rats. Okay, and then he got into the hamper, he got into the basket, and then he killed 3 of them. Okay, so he spoiled 3 lemons. Okay, and then finally Harris, now he was so irritated, now he was so angry, then he landed him with the frying pan. Okay, so students, in this picture we can see this is Harris and he is having this frying pan in his hand. Okay, and this is the pet dog Montmorency. Okay, and the hampers and all the stuff we can see here. Okay, so Harris, he is so angry, he is so irritated that he is trying to hit this dog with this frying pan over its head. Okay, so this we have read earlier that always this pet dog, इसकी ambition life में यही थी that ये बाकी सभी लोगों को बिल्कुल mad कर दे with anger or we can say with irritation, that finally जो लोग हैं okay, they will throw some things on his head. Okay, so finally Harris, he is so irritated, he is so angry, he is mad with anger. Okay, and he is having this frying pan in his hand. Okay, and he is trying to hit this dog over its head, right? Harris said, I encouraged him, I didn't encourage him. Okay, so finally जब वो Montmorency को वहाँ से भगा देते हैं, so after that Harris, he said that that he said to narrator that the narrator actually encouraged him, right? Narrator encouraged the pet dog, okay, to do all the mischief there. Okay, but the narrator is saying that I didn't encourage him, right? A dog like that doesn't want any encouragement. Okay, next the narrator is adding this thing and he is saying that जो Montmorency dog है, okay, so a dog like that, okay, doesn't want any kind of encouragement. Okay, it's the natural or we can say the original sin that is born in him that makes him do things like that. Okay, so the narrator is saying that no, he didn't encourage the dog because जो Montmorency है, right, उसका जो basic nature है वो ऐसा ही है and he actually doesn't want any kind of encouragement, right, because it is his natural habit, it's his original sin. Okay, and that is born in him. Okay, and this is the sin that makes him do all the things like that. Okay, and because of that ये जो dog है ये इतना ज़्यादा mischief करता है, it is so mischievous. Okay, and it actually causes this much of trouble to everyone. Okay. The packing was done at 12:50 and Harris sat on the big hamper and said he hoped nothing would be found broken. Okay, so finally George and Harris, finally they are done with the packing. Okay, and now the packing was done at 12:50, right? And after that Harris, he sat on the big hamper, he sat on the big basket, right? And then he said that he is hoping nothing would be found broken. Okay, so obviously hamper में क्या है, we have read that so many crockeries were there, right? Jams hai, lemons hai, tomatoes hai, piles hai, right? So many crockeries are there and he is sitting on that hamper, he is sitting on that basket and he is saying that he is hoping that nothing would be found broken. So how silly he is, because obviously जो अंदर crockery है वो damage हो जाएगी, right? George said that if anything was broken, it was broken, which reflection seemed to comfort him. Okay, so now George is saying that if anything was broken, it was broken. Okay, so George saying that nothing matters now because अगर कुछ टूटना है then it's already broken. Okay, and this thing seemed to comfort Harris. Okay, he also said he was ready for bed. Okay, so now finally when the packing was complete, so now everyone was ready for bed. Okay. We were all ready for bed. Okay, Harris was to sleep with us that night and we went upstairs. Okay, so now everything is all set. Okay, so now everyone was ready for bed and Harris was to sleep with the narrator or with George that night, right? And finally all the 3 boys, they went upstairs. Okay, we tossed 4 beds and Harris had to sleep with me. Okay, so इस apartment में, इस घर में जो narrator है and जॉर्ज, ओके, ये दोनों यहाँ रहते हैं, हैरिस जो है वहाँ पे नहीं रहता है, ओके, बट फॉर दैट नाइट हैरिस को वहीं सोना था उन दोनों के साथ, ओके। सो फाइनली दे टोस्ट 4 बेड्स, ओके, बिकॉज वहाँ पे 2 ही बेड थे, वन फॉर द नरेटर एंड अदर वन फॉर जॉर्ज, ओके। अब यहाँ पे हैरिस भी था, ओके, सो दे टोस्ट फॉर द बेड्स एंड हैरिस हैड टू स्लीप विद द नरेटर, ओके। नाउ हैरिस एंड नरेटर दे विल शेयर द बेड ऑफ द नरेटर, ओके। सो फाइनली हैरिस said, do you prefer the inside or the outside J, okay? So now the narrator and Harris, they will share the bed, okay. So now Harris, he is having this question and he asked the narrator that do you prefer the inside or the outside, okay. So bed की कौन सी side पे you will prefer the inside edge or the outside edge, okay. I said I generally prefer to sleep inside a bed, okay. So the narrator, he replied that generally he preferred to sleep inside a bed. He generally preferred to sleep inside edge, inside corner of the bed, okay. Harry said it was odd, okay. So Harry said that it is very strange, it is very odd, okay. George said, what time shall I wake you fellows, okay. So now George is having this question and he asked that what time shall I wake you fellows, okay. So they have to leave early in the morning, okay. So George is asking this question that what time shall he wake these guys, okay. Harry said 7, okay. So Harris replied that he should wake them at 7 in the morning. I said no, 6, because I wanted to write some letters, okay. So the narrator, he said that no, 7 would be late, okay. So he said that no, 6 will be right, because the narrator, he wanted some time because he wanted to write some letters, okay. So Harris, he's saying for 7 and the narrator, he is saying that no, 7 will be late, so 6 will be a perfect time, okay. Harris and I had a bit of a row over it, but at last split the difference and said 6:30, okay. So now Harris and the narrator, they were having a bit of a row over it, okay. So row means argument, okay. So now the narrator and Harris, they were having some kind of argument about the timing, right? But finally at last they split the difference, okay. So split means a break into parts, okay. So they split the difference and they said 6:30, okay. So 6:30 means 6:30, okay. So the difference was for 1 hour, right? Because the narrator, he was saying for 6 and Harris, he was saying for 7, okay. So the difference was for 1 hour and they split the difference, okay, and they both agreed for 6:30, okay. That is 6:30, okay. Wake us at 6:30, George, we said, okay. So when finally both the narrator and Harris, when they both were agreed with the timing, then they said to George that George, wake us at 6:30, okay. George made no answer and we found on going over that he had been asleep for some time, okay. So when they said to George that George, wake us at 6:30, then George, he made no answer, he didn't say anything, okay. And when the narrator and Harris, when they went near George, then they found that George, he had been asleep for some time, okay. So when the narrator and Harris, when they were having the argument, okay, about the timing, at that time George, he was sleeping, okay. So we placed the bath where he could tumble into it on getting out in the morning and went to bed ourselves, okay. So when the narrator Harris, they are having the answer, right, कि सुबह कब उठना है, but George, he is sleeping, so they are unable to tell this thing to George, okay. So now what did they do? They placed the bath, okay. Bath means it can be some bathtub or it can be some bucket full of water, okay. So they put one bathtub, or we can say one bucket, where he could tumble into it on getting out in the morning, okay, where near George's bed, okay. So that in the morning when George, when he will wake up, okay, and when he will come down from his bed, okay, then his leg will be there inside the bathtub or inside the bucket, and then he will tumble means to fall suddenly, okay. Then he will fall suddenly, then obviously he will shout, okay, and because of that scream, both the narrator and Harris, they can wake up. Okay, so this was their plan, this was their idea. Okay, so they put one bathtub, one bucket full of water near George's bed. Okay, and after that they went to bed. Okay, after that both the narrator and Harris, now finally they were ready to sleep. Oh my god, it's really very funny, right? All the three boys, they are so mischievous, they are, you know, so playful and prankish. Okay, they are full of fun, full of humor. Okay, so students, the chapter ends here. It's really very funny chapter, very humorous story, and I am very much sure that you all enjoyed reading this story. Okay, so in the next video we will see the comprehension part, we will solve the questions. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you.